So STIFF is the Seattle Transmedia and Independent Film Festival. This is our 14th year. So, and I'm Timothy Berner, I'm the festival director. And we also have Will Chase and Wendy Gonzalez. They're also going to be speaking today. Will is our programming director, and Wendy is the operations director. Warner Bougon is also a big part of our team. His job just moved him to Chicago, so he can't be here, but he's still helping us out with our social media. So over the last 14 years, we've learned a lot about what makes filmmakers successful, right? How do you go from a festival like STIFF, whose mission is to support emerging filmmakers, to the larger regional festivals like SIF, the Seattle International Film Festival, right? To the really big industry festivals like Sundance and South by Southwest, and eventually create a career for yourself in the film and television industry. I was asking you guys. So we know it's not just by looking at the quality of the films that people have screened here at STIFF. Okay, we see some really amazing films that have not led to anything, right? The filmmakers have never seen or heard from again. And we see some films that are far from perfect. And the filmmaker have gone on to have a really great career. So it's more than raw talent, all right? It is the individual. It's the quality of the filmmaker. It's the passion, it's the drive, and it's the character. So that's why we here at STIFF, we program filmmakers, not films, okay? And we've been busy doing our research, all right? We looked into you guys, all right? And we picked you guys, all right? Because we want you on our team. STIFF is an all-volunteer, nonprofit media arts organization, and we see each year as a partnership with our filmmakers. All right? So we're here for you guys, but we need you to be here for us. You know, I hear all the time that STIFF is not like other festivals, and, you know, not always in a positive way. It's more like, you know, this is bullshit. Other festivals do not expect me to, you know, fill in the blank. You know, like making me attend Bootcamp on a Sunday 3 weeks before the festival, right? And, you know, the expectations are not going to end here. We have quite a few expectations that we're going to get into. But the one thing I can tell you about those other festivals is they don't care about your film career, right? That's not their mission. So these expectations and the things that we're asking you to do, right, are not only going to allow you to be successful here at STIFF, but also at every other festival you attend for the rest of your career. So to get attention, to put butts in seats at your screening, right, to get press, to get meetings with industry professionals, to win awards, to advance your career as a filmmaker and a media artist, right? That is our mission. And that's why you're here on a Sunday, 3 weeks before the festival. All right, so next up is Will Chase. Will has been to dozens of other film festivals, both as a filmmaker and as a festival organizer. Will is going to talk about how to get noticed at film festivals, all right? Getting noticed gets you awards, press, and creates industry awareness.
Do I look pretty?
You look good.
So, like Tim mentioned, I've been to a lot of film festivals, and in going to these film festivals, I've basically figured out a lot of best practices for making my festival experience the best it could possibly be. And I'm going to share that with you today, plain and simple. Number one, building your audience and getting press. Use your social media and use your smile and personality to introduce yourself to your fellow cinephiles. Network. Get their feedback to help you improve your film for bigger festivals, to get your distribution and make new friends and fans. Press can be tricky, but it's a great way to build your audience. What we found is that if you can reach out to your festival as soon as you found out that you've been accepted and request their press list, most organizations will be happy to provide this. The idea is that if one of the magazines, newspapers, or blogs that picks up on your piece, they'll do an article prior to the festival. This is huge as it creates buzz ahead of the festival, which will help you sell seats and in turn increase your chances of to taking home that coveted audience award. Number 2, be a quality filmmaker. Now, I'm not trying to say that in a condescending way. Of course, you are all quality filmmakers. You wouldn't be here if you weren't. My point is that it's not the quality of the film, it's the quality of the filmmaker. You'll hear us say this a lot. What we mean is that anyone can make a film, but only truly dedicated, intelligent, sensitive, and social filmmakers are the ones that create their own success, often regardless of the quality of the film. Although most of these filmmakers do create beautiful work and have gone on to much bigger festivals, which I will touch on a bit later. Number 3, why do you want to be in a film festival? Is it for the free beer? Fair enough. But if that's the only reason, you should save your spot for a filmmaker that wants to make amazing work that they are proud for other people to see. This is a business. Filmmaking is a business. It's a business based on art, but ultimately, we aren't making films so that your hard drive collects dust on the shelf, right? I hope not. If a film is made in the woods but no one sees it, is it still a film? Well, technically yes, but not one that is going to help you advance yourself as an artist. Start fostering your audiences. Make postcards, posters, create an Instagram account for that adorable chinchilla in your film. Essentially, there is no box anymore. And you, as the director, producer, or lead actor, must engage new audience members each day to succeed. Number 4, what do you want to get out of your festival experience? We want people to see your film, fall in love with your film, tell their friends about it. So, for me, when I go to a festival, one of the first things I do is check the program and pick at least 3 films that I want to see each day. More can be overkill, but take it at your own pace. If possible, and the film strikes a chord, I try to have a quick conversation about producing duties with the producer or director. Making a personal connection that may one day culminate in your next job is one of the most important things that you can do while at a festival. Maybe you just have a goal to make a goal of meeting at least 3 new filmmakers so you can be inspired by their work and possibly collaborate on a project one day. Maybe you're there to win. Maybe you're there to partner. I hope you can do both. Number 5, why stiff? Each year we send out our announcements to all the filmmakers that have been accepted into the program. Congratulations to yourself there. Inevitably, we have 2 or 3 films that tell us that they're going to go withdraw because they're waiting to hear back from the larger festivals, the Torontos, the South by Southwest, the Sundances, etc. While I understand you want to premiere your film at a top-tier festival, let me give you a pro tip. Most of the aforementioned festivals don't even program submissions. I'm going to let that sink in, because some of you are nodding your heads and you already know this, but some of you probably have never heard this before. Most of these festivals do not program submissions. These festivals are 100% curated from the festivals that have come earlier in the year. These festivals live off the hopes and dreams of filmmakers that are paying upwards of $95 for submission fees. So, why stiff? Well, we're a mid-level festival where you have a good chance of walking away with an award and some decent press. We're also the festival where you can have a positive experience and start to really hone those networking skills. Plus, we love to party. I don't know if you mentioned that. Number 6, create a festival plan to achieve your goals. Now, if you haven't paid attention or written down anything that I've said so far, pay attention now. Make a budget based on whether you want to attend, highly recommended, or not. Do this before you take the first shot on your film. It's so easy to say, okay, we have $10,000 and we're going to put every last dollar into the creation of this product. This is how I made my first 5 films. Once I realized that submitting, travel, accommodation, drinks, food costs a good deal of money to promote your film, I readjusted my budgets to include a 25% contingency for festivals. After I made this change, my festival experiences improved immensely, primarily due to the fact that I could be there in person to promote my film. About 10 years ago, I went to Breckenridge Film Festival, and I brought a film called Bobby Ellis is Gonna Kick Your Ass. And we were a 12-minute short comedy. I had no expectation of winning, walking away with an award, anything of the sort, really. I was excited to be in a film festival. So me, the director, and the editor all went to Breckenridge. And we were there with some really stiff competition. These films were funny. They were really well produced, really well made, top-notch actors, really, really well directed. And I'm just sitting there in the audience thinking to myself, there's no way we're going to compete with these guys. We won. We won Best Comedy Short at Breckenridge Film Festival that year. And I sincerely believe that the only reason we won was not based on the quality of our film, but based on the fact that 3 of the people that were involved in the making of that film were there to promote the film. We networked, we shook hands, we kissed babies, we did what we had to do, and we won. And I've repeated that experience in the past. I've gone up against films that, in my opinion, were far better than my own, and I've still won in the category. So, being at the film festival, promoting your own film, promoting other people's films, it's huge. It goes a long way. Number 7, we want to know you. Something we find every year is the filmmaker that makes a great film but tells us nothing about themselves. Their film, the process, the cost, etc. In the Film Freeway account that you all submit to when sending out your film, it has a section where you can upload your trailer. Tim spoke on this earlier. Tell us about why, how, when, where you made your film. As a programmer, all of these elements factor into my decision about whether or not to accept your film. The filmmaker who fills out his director bio, tells a story about the travails of making their film, makes a personal connection to Stiff, will definitely catch my attention over the filmmaker that leaves all of these sections blank. You're paying anywhere from $50 to $100 to submit your films. Don't you want that investment to have the best return possible? I know when I was submitting to 20 or 30 film festivals, that seemed daunting, but just consider how long it took to make the film, and then sit down and do your due diligence. Number 8, last one. We want you to have fun. We have fun. We want you guys to have the same experience. We understand that this seems like a lot, and maybe not so much to those that have already run the gauntlet of the festival circuit, but one thing we haven't mentioned in making your festival experience the best it can be, have a good time. I know festivaling can be super stressful, but try to find moments of levity. Tell stories about the gaffes that occurred while making your film, about the plane ride to get here. Try to keep it light because no one likes a super stressed out filmmaker that thinks their film is the next Requiem for a Dream and sucks all the air out of the room. Yeah. Try to have a good time. Smile. Engaged filmmakers and festival directors alike. You made it. You're in. Now try to make the best time even better. We love to party as we work really hard to put on this festival. If you want to smoke a joint with me after your screening, I'm down. Thank you for your time and for being here today. We appreciate the effort you've made in creating your art, and please, don't be shy. Come say hello. We love meeting our filmmakers. Cheers. You're too kind. And here's Tim with a few more words. I'm going to go munch on some...
All right, yeah, thanks, Will. That was really great. So, getting noticed is not as easy as it used to be. Seattle's changed a lot in the last 14 years, and I don't think it's unique to Seattle, right? Seattle's a hipster town, right? And that was before hipster was a bad word. Basically it was artists and independent thinkers, granola types, and we had some entrepreneurs. But they sought out events like Stiff, right, to experience culture that was outside the mainstream. These people are gone. Right? Or they're hiding in the tunnels that are under Pioneer Square. Right? And they've been replaced by tech workers and the dreaded millennials, people that ruin everything. Right? But these are fans of the model culture. And these people do not really care about your art form. Right? Independent film, video art, transmedia storytelling. Okay? You might even know some of these people, right? They're your neighbors, your coworkers, friends, maybe even family. All right? But the good news is they can be motivated, right? They're going to be motivated by your personal connection to them. So, you were all interested in independent film, right? But how many times have you been motivated to go out and see other filmmakers' independent films? You know, festivals like STIP, Seattle Shorts, Post Alley Film Festival, Local Sightings, all great local festivals, right? And they're there for emerging filmmakers, just like yourselves. So, what motivates you? Or, why have you not been interested, right? This is your own art form. So, STIP used to sell a lot of tickets to some films, and very few to others, right? And it took us a while, it really did. But we realized it's about the personal connection between the ticket buyer and the filmmaker, right? And so this is called audience, right? You need an audience to have a successful career as a filmmaker. So your audience will attend your screenings, right? Donate to your Kickstarter, watch your films and leave positive reviews, right, on all the VOD platforms, right? Film festivals measure your audience before they program your film, right? Distributors, investors, the B-list actor you're trying to hire, right? They all look at your audience before getting involved with you, right? Your audience starts local, and it's up to you to expand it globally. Get your people to stick, right? Show them your film, right? Your vision, your voice, and turn them into your audience, all right? How do you make these personal connections, right? You're gonna have to do a lot more than simply post to your Facebook that your film got into STIP, right? I mean, that'll work for your grandmother, she'll come. All right, so Wendy Gonzalez is gonna talk about guerrilla marketing techniques, right? That you can use to make those personal connections to really build your film career.
Thanks, Tim. Can everyone hear me okay? Hi, everybody. I'm Wendy. I'm the Director of Operations here at STIP, and that just means that I do all the non-creative stuff. The stuff those guys don't want to do, basically. So ticket sales, concessions, vendor negotiations, just you name it, the business end of the festival. So specifically, I'm here to talk to you today about guerrilla marketing, hands-on activities for the filmmaker. I want to address two things for you today. Basically, what is guerrilla marketing, and what do you, as a filmmaker, need to do? You need to form a team to promote your project, a street team. Gather as many people as you can to do these tasks with you. So print media. Some people think it's an old form, but it really works in this type of festival. Postcards, posters, flyers, stickers. We here at STIP have t-shirts, and this is our theme for this year, under construction. Those shirts are in the back, and they're for sale for $20. But that's part of our promotional thing that we do for our festival. You always want to insert on any kind of print media a tiny URL that takes the person to your next project, your event, your screening, whatever. And if you don't know how to do that, ask any of us here or Google tinyurl.com, and it walks you through it really easy. Or if you have a friend in tech in this city, possibly somebody might be able to help you do that. List your event in local newspapers and online calendars. You always want to have as much free press as you can get. And always have that postcard or a sticker with you when you're grocery shopping or wherever you go, because you might run into somebody. You meet people every day. You meet new people every day. They might ask you, hey, what do you do? And you're like, hey, I have this film, and it's playing in a couple weeks, and you might want to go. Use gimmicks on set, souvenirs to cast and crew. On a recent film shoot, I was given an old military helmet that was indicative of this shoot, and I have it at home on the wall, and it just reminds me every day to promote that film and tell people to go to the follow-ups that we're going to be having with them. Attend local media events and support your fellow artists. Support local art and film and everything. Come to this festival. That's going to be mentioned by every single one of us up here. take advantage of this festival. It was minimal for you to get in here, take what you have learned here today, listen, take notes, whatever you need to do. Boot camp is our gift back to you, basically, for getting into this festival. Implement what you learn. It is not hard, it's just you need to focus to do it. Make personal connections. We'll talk about this. Network, network, network. In 2016, we had 2 young lady filmmakers that were here and got talking about their future projects. And the one gal, Abby, she was talking to the other gal, and they were talking about what they wanted to do with their next project. So Abby had a short documentary that she didn't have enough B-roll for, so she wanted to fill it in with animation, but she didn't know where she was going to be able to do that from. And Lisa actually happened to be an animator and was going to London to go to school to get her degree in just that. So they got together and actually created a project for our festival the following year, and they met at boot camp. It was awesome. They did an Indiegogo campaign, they did test screenings, they've done a lot of stuff, and they're really good friends now. But that is the power of this festival and exactly why we host boot camp. Be passionate. Be your own #1 fan. Get engaged. Get excited. Just to back up a little bit though, why are you making this project? What is the point? Are you making a short film to then make into a documentary? Are you crowdfunding your next project? Are you trying to get into a bigger festival or actively seeking distribution? Basically, attendance at festivals supports the goal, the end goal being distribution, I assume, for most of us. So how do you get into bigger festivals? Tim's going to go over that. But posting a sold-out crowd at Stiff definitely is a step in the right direction. We at Stiff had a big change in our team earlier this year. Our social media and marketing director, Warner Kutan, moved to another city. While Warner does still support the team as much as possible, Tim, Will, and I have all had to step up and take on some of the tasks required to make this festival a success. So social media is one of the things that you can find a lot of free out there. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, have accounts for your film on all of those platforms. There are also paid platforms like Constant Contact that we here at Stiff use to reach out to our email subscribers. Create a YouTube channel to showcase your work. Create a website. All of the above mentioned are just ways to keep people informed and interested in your film. There are other ways to reach out, and we'll talk a lot about this. Your aunts, uncles, cousins, family, friends, neighbors. Keep your momentum. Do you have a business that donated goods or services on set and promote the film there? Locations. Where did you shoot? Did you shoot in a small town where you can promote in various businesses in town? Or at a city location? Recently shot at the Museum of Flight, and everybody that we met there is going to find out all about our film's progress and where it's going to be screened. Do a Q&A after your screening. Come prepared. Take footage of the Q&A and place on YouTube to promote your film. Thanks so much, guys, and I hope this gives you some great ideas and inspiration for moving your project forward. See you out there.
All right, yeah, thanks, Wendy. Those are some really, really great tips. So, we really do have an expectation, right, that you're going to promote your own film. And promoting your work is a skill, right? And we expect you to improve that skill between now and Stiff. All right, get your cast and crew involved. Okay, many times over the last 14 years, we've had a film that nobody really attended, and we reach out to some of our friends that are on the cast and crew, and we say, hey, you know, what happened? Where were you guys? And they say, I didn't know that the film was even in Stiff. Like, I would have loved to bring my friends and my family to see the film in a theater. It hasn't shown anywhere else in the theater. And the director didn't tell me, right? Like, don't let that happen. Your cast and crew worked very hard for you. And, most likely they worked for somewhere between, free and maybe half the minimum wage, right? And they really deserve to be notified, okay? And they can also be a big help, right? Their participation did not end when the film wrapped, right? You're still all in this together. The success of this film is success for them personally, right? We sometimes do have a situation, though, where the director shows up, right, all by themselves, just a couple minutes before the screening starts, right? They couldn't even find someone else to use the second free all access pass, right? And they sit there and watch their film all by themselves, right? We call that the better run situation, right? The Q&A is not going to go well. Just don't let that happen to you, seriously. It's not fun to watch a film in an empty theater. So we're giving you an opportunity here, right? You can take the total budget of STIP and divide that by the number of screenings. It costs about $1,700 for that little 2-hour block of films. And we also receive money from submission fees and grants and sponsorships and individual donations. So we don't necessarily expect you to sell $1,700 worth of tickets, right? But we need you to sell as many tickets as you possibly can, all right? And many, many times a local short film has filled this theater, so we know it's possible. Every one of our film blocks has a local component, right? If we try to show just non-local films in a block, not a single person will buy a ticket, right? We've tried it. So a few of you are the only local film in that film block, right? It's going to be tough, but some of the other blocks have 2 or 3 local films, right? But we all have to work together to bring people into this theater to have a good time. So, opening night, we have a local narrative short film and a feature documentary, right? It's already sold out. It's the first time we've ever sold out in advance. The tickets were for sale for only about a week. So, all of your tickets are going to be up for sale tomorrow at the end of the day, right? The entire schedule, all your screens, you're going to have a link to help promote that, all right? And you all have plenty of time. So, yeah, that being said, so opening night is sold out. Okay, we still expect you to attend, right? Attend for the networking. To take and post pics, like we're going to have a red carpet and the little step and repeat, right? And there's going to be a party, right? Free alcohol. So the theater will be full, but we're going to set up a big TV in the back, and back in the gallery there, and we're going to put the film on for you guys, right? And there's going to be free beer, and there's going to be snacks, and we want to give you guys the opportunity to hang out together, to watch the films. When the film's over, we'll make sure we get you guys back in here so you can watch the Q&A. So many successful collaborations have come out of STIP over the years that really start with events just like this. So we found, a lot of filmmakers just not understanding they were expected to attend the festival. That sounds crazy, right? But we're doing this for you, right? If you're not here, then why are we doing it? So come to the parties, other filmmakers' screenings, right? Be here for the networking. The full schedule will be up tomorrow. Every film has 2 all-access passes, right? And everything is free. So if you have additional cast or crew that would like a filmmaker badge, we can offer them a deep discount compared to what the all-access pass costs online. Just reach out to me, talk to me, send me an email, something like that, and we can make the arrangements. Okay, so let me just run down a few of the best practices that we've gone over, and then we can wrap this up. So first of all, if you've not responded, I can send out that questionnaire. It's kind of the first point of contact, and it's kind of the first test of the film festival. If you haven't sent that back to me, if you haven't answered the questions, if you haven't sent me your digital file, please do that ASAP, because I really do use that information when I create the ticketing, and when I update the website and put it all out there. And I really want to make those listings as compelling as possible. So please really kind of update your information, get it in there, and get it back to me if you haven't done that already. So we've already gone over a lot of social media, but really involve your cast and crew. Get them on board to promote, okay? And do more than just a few social posts, like really email people, text them, call them, go see them in person, right? Hand out postcards, make a call to action. A lot of social media just goes like, hey, my film's in STIF, all right? We really want you to say, my film is in STIF, here's a link to purchase tickets. I really want to see you guys there. Okay? And now, if any of you guys want press, right, you need to reach out personally. It's not going to happen just because your film is in a festival. So, where do you guys get your info about films and events here in Seattle? Okay? Contact information has never been easier to find. So those are the people that you should be reaching out to, even if you're using like a Facebook connection or a Twitter connection, or you find a personal email for someone online. Reach out to them personally. Send them a link so that they can watch your film online. And invite them to the festival. Anyone who's a legitimate, if you're legitimately press, you're a blogger, you're a podcaster, we're happy to have those people here. We have legitimate press passes. Just send me their information and I'll connect with them and I'll make sure that they can get in without having to purchase a ticket. And so when you also coming to Stiff, your film might play on Saturday or Sunday, come to the other screens. You already are going to encounter a lot of people that are here. They're already motivated individuals. They're having a good time. Opening night, we have 100 people that are going to be here that have already been motivated. Those are great people to talk to. Talk to them. Talk to random strangers about your film. Hand them the postcard. Give them the pitch. Invite them to come back. And the one thing about awards is we really want you to get noticed, right? But we give awards to filmmakers. Your film might be the best film we've ever seen, but if we don't see you, you're probably not going to get an award. Okay, so attend the festival, right? Get your people out, right? And just come and have fun. So let's talk really quickly about after Stiff, how you could get into other festivals using Stiff, your experience here. So let's really start with Film Freeway. So the questionnaire that I sent you guys that we talked about, for a lot of filmmakers, that information is already in Film Freeway. But if it's not, you really need to go back into Film Freeway and get that information. Because really every film festival has more films submitted than that they can screen. And the film festivals that actually take the time to watch the submitted films, right, program for those films, they have films that they really like, but it's more about that they have slots to fill, and not, if I like it, I can put it in, and if I don't like it, I'm not going to put it in. And you only have a limited number of spaces for those films, right? So it comes to us a lot of time where we have 2 or 3 films we'd like to put in a slot. And the more information, if there's something personal in their bio or something that we really like, we're way more likely to program that film than if they barely put, 1-word sentence for the description of their film, there's no bio. There's people that submit, we don't even know what city they live in. People that live in Seattle, we try to program local films, and they can't even put what city they live in. They can't even put in their address. So go back to that questionnaire that you filled out for Stiff. Look at your Film Freeway, make sure it's completely updated. And then, did any of you guys do a cover letter for when you submit it through Film Freeway? You can put in, most of that information goes to every film festival, but the cover letter is the one place you can put something really specific for that festival. So, can you imagine applying for a job and you just send your resume without a cover letter? Or a standard cover letter that goes to every job? You need to be really, really personal with that cover letter, right? Why do you want to be in my film festival? What's unique about your film? What's unique about my film festival? What do you like about my film festival? Make it very, very personal, right? And also, are you an alumnus? Did you have a film in a couple of years ago? Film festival organizers, we've dealt with thousands of filmmakers, and I can't remember everybody. I'm sure that most other film festival programmers can't remember every single person's name. So mention that in the cover letter. But did you just attend? Is it something that you were at a couple of years ago? You saw a film that really inspired you. You had a really great experience. That's why you want your film in their festival. And even if you just had a friend that was a filmmaker, they went to the festival last year, they had a really great experience. Just reference that. That could really help. It's really your opportunity to make that very personal call to action, right? To that festival programmer. And 75% of filmmakers do not have a cover letter. All right, so lastly, get your film out there. So everything that we've been talking about today, everything that will create success for you, Stiff, and at other film festivals is your key to successful film distribution. It's really easy to find a distributor, right? They can place your film on all these different VOD platforms. Okay, but they cannot, in any real way, get people to go on those platforms and watch your film. That's now the job of the filmmaker, right? Views equal monetization, right? And that equals profit to you as a filmmaker. The money you're going to use to go make your next film. right? So marketing has really become the new distribution. So if you just follow this plan and continue to improve, things are going to come around and you're going to be able to continue to make film. All right, I'm going to bring these guys back out and we're just going to do a little Q&A for a bit. And then we're going to go outside, we're going to drink some beer and have some snacks. And if you don't have time, we're going to do kind of a quick Q&A. So if you're unable to ask us or you're shy, hopefully you're not shy if you're a filmmaker, but you can ask us when we're hanging out outside. Right. Okay. Sorry, anybody have a question?
We can't see them any.
Yeah.
Otherwise.
So at the acceptance
At this point, I
but
can't back.
the big question, so if we're projecting it, or I was just wondering if we were projecting it, or the actual film at the screen itself, or having it on monitor of some sort, just wondering in case there's like any sort of or image thing that we should put on.
There's a roll down screen here, and we bring our own projector and we have our own sound system.
Okay.
I basically take all of the films that you guys send me and I put it into editing software and I make one file. So if we're having like 5 or 6 shorts and I put in the trailers and I put in things like that, so or even a short feature. So I put it through another editing software before you guys send it to me. So yeah, just make sure you get, like, most of you guys, the file you submitted was pretty solid there, but we didn't see a lot of work in progress this year, which is great. So yeah, just kind of send me your best copy and I'll throw it in and it should look fine. Yeah, it's definitely not the most amazing theater, right? But we try to make it a really great experience. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you guys care about frame posters that we could bring, or?
Like, we can always make a space for it. We prefer you make up like some little posters and put them in cafes and put them on telephone poles, things like that. But if you have a poster to bring for your screening, especially if you want to pose in front of the poster, we could definitely like put it on the wall over here, take one of these down, and we definitely can make a space for it for sure, yeah. All right, other questions?
I'm going to address something that when the theater is ready for showing, we darken it, we have concessions back there.
It won't look like this.
We'll have our VR 360 project gallery in the back that'll be open. So it's a completely different experience than here today. This is a forum for, just kind of one-on-one or just a viewing and giving you basic information.
Yeah, we actually open up that side door, and when people come to the festival, they're going to come in that side door, they're going to head towards the back. There's going to be a check-in place there. And then if you're hanging out waiting for the next film, you're going to be hanging out back in the gallery there, so you it gives people a chance to interact with some of those things. Nobody's sitting around bored. We don't really like lines, so people don't need to stand in line in order to, we're not like that. So probably look kind of quite a bit crazy. But usually we're pretty casual. Like if you want to, you're in the back waiting for a film and you're like, we're going to get a beer, we can kind of sneak you in the side door, we can get you a beer at the concession stand, things like that. So yeah, it is kind of completely different when we have a festival.
Your mic is cutting off.
Yeah, it seems to be. All right, any more questions or anything? Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right, well, if you guys are ready for some beers and stuff, and of course, if you guys are ready to buy t-shirts, we're also ready to sell you guys t-shirts. But we're going to go hang out outside, and there's going to be beer and snack stuff. And we do also want to get like a really nice big group photo before anybody takes off. So, all right,
Thanks for coming.